Once upon a time, in the tranquil presence of Buddha, eager disciples and curious onlookers gathered for his daily discourse. As they assembled, their curiosity was piqued when they noticed something peculiar in the hands of the enlightened sage. Buddha stood before them holding a humble rope in his grasp. Silently taking his seat, Buddha commenced an act that captivated everyone's attention. He began to skillfully tie knots in the rope, one after another, without uttering a single word. After skillfully tying 3 knots, Buddha broke the silence that had enveloped the gathering and posed a question that stirred their thoughts. "Tell me, dear friends, is this the same rope that existed before the knots were formed?" he asked. A disciple stepped forward. "Revered one," he began, "the answer lies in our perspective. From one perspective, the rope remains unchanged, for its essence endures. Yet from another vantage point, the presence of these knots marks a change, an alteration in its physical state." Buddha nodded with agreement. "Indeed," he replied, his voice carrying a depth of wisdom. "You have discerned the truth." As the anticipation filled the air, Buddha revealed his intention to unravel the knots that had entwined the rope. Gripping the 2 ends of the rope, he gently tugged, inquiring of his disciples, "Can these knots be untied by pulling the rope apart?" A disciple promptly responded, his voice laced with certainty. "No, Master. Such an action would only tighten the knots, making it even more arduous to loosen their grip." Buddha's eyes twinkled with satisfaction, acknowledging the wisdom in his disciples' words. Precisely, he remarked, "Now allow me one last question. What must we do to unravel these knots?" With unwavering confidence, the disciple replied, "To untangle these knots, we must first observe them closely, studying their intricate arrangement. By understanding how they were woven, we can then embark upon the path to their liberation." Buddha's face beamed with delight, for his disciple had grasped the essence of his teachings. "You have understood my message," he affirmed. "Too often, people seek solutions without unraveling the cause of their afflictions. They inquire about the cessation of anger, yet fail to question its origins. They yearn to discard their ego without delving into its roots." Gesturing towards the knots in the rope, Buddha drew an analogy with a calm and serene voice. Just as the fundamental nature of the rope remains unchanged, regardless of the knots entangling it, so too does the inherent goodness within a human being persist amidst the turmoil. As we can unravel the knots of a rope, we possess the ability to solve the complexities of our existence. However, it is essential to understand that where there is life, there will inevitably be problems, and where problems arise, solutions await. To find these solutions, we must seek to comprehend the causes that underlie our struggles. The profoundness of Buddha's words echoed in the hearts and minds of his disciples. The story of the rope and its knots served as a poignant reminder that true liberation lies not in the mere suppression of symptoms, but in the unraveling of their origins. With newfound clarity, the disciples embraced the importance of self-reflection and understanding, realizing that true wisdom and lasting solutions could only be attained by delving into the depths of their own beings. And so, the story of the rope and the knots continued to be told, not merely the tale of an enlightened sage, but as a timeless reminder that the path to liberation lies within our own hearts and minds. As long as there is life, there will be challenges, but with understanding and insight, we possess the power to transform those challenges into opportunities for growth, healing, and profound inner freedom.